Alright, JR, this is a recording for Haley. It's kind of what we worked on yesterday. On the left, you'll see her first swing. On the right, it's just a half swing, but it kind of demonstrates kind of what we were working on. So on the left, this is her setup. You have a shaft or an elbow plane. That's how the shaft works around us. She takes the club away. As you can see, that first move there is all hands. See, the club gets underneath the plane, hands go out. And what that does is that leads to no upper body turn. It's all hands. Club gets underneath the plane, stays underneath the plane to about that 3/4 position. You can see where her hands are actually about at the shoulder. That's, to me, that's no depth. Where if we look at what we worked on here on the right, was we weakened up that grip a little bit, which forced her to use her upper body and her chest more to take the club away rather than her hands. So still a little bit out there, but you can see that's 10 times more on that plane. And she uses those big muscles to get that club to that 3/4, that little halfway position. You can see that difference there. On the left, you have that club which is working underneath of it. Oops, let me clear that. It's breaking that plane, working underneath of it, where this one's a little bit better, a little more on top of the plane. On the right, on the left, she goes up to the top, and as she comes down, see that club working underneath, working underneath, working underneath. So her hips are firing. Look at her hips position. Let's look at her hips position here. They're just pretty much wide open, trying to push the club outward. The club's still underneath, and you can see her hands that are actually outside the plane. They're high. Compared to on the right here, she starts down. That club is getting more so on the plane. Look at that club head. It's actually on the plane line, which is what we want. Those hips are actually perfect right there, now at impact rather than before. Look at that hip difference there. Look how much more quiet this leg action is compared to over here on the left. So she felt more with that weaker grip, more of her bigger muscles pushing that club away. Really working on that halfway back position and then rotating up, and then that's going to get the club working on the plane and then into that. Hands a little high there, as you can see, above the plane line, but that's going to get 10 times better the more she works on that takeaway using her big chest. A good drill. Put a towel underneath her armpits. Let her take her thumbs off the golf shaft and have her use her chest to take the club back. That's going to quiet things up. You can see even just from these half shots how this club's working 10 times more on plane. Also, what you can see is this hand position here is actually on her bicep, so she's actually gained some depth just from using that compared to on the left. You can see that we've seen a little bit of difference there. So we've gained depth, we've gained the club being more on plane, we've actually naturally her lower body is stabilized and doesn't have to fire as hard. So everything is positive there. Keep it up, and then yeah, let me know if you need more help. Thanks, buddy.